Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, where it's my opinion or no opinion at all. Scottalicious McFabulous here, and I'm so glad that you guys could join me today. And today, while I drag Scooter Braun by the roots of his non-existent hairline, I'm gonna do some skincare routine and get ready with me, the whole typical shenanigan thing that I do on my YouTube channel. But the reason why I am on the topic of Scooter Braun today is because, for those of you who don't know, he is giving Taylor Swift more trouble than he needs to be. He should just stay out of her business completely. He needs to get a life. Scooter Braun, get a job, get a life challenge, because harassing Taylor Swift is not a job. It's not cute, and everybody is sick of it. Everybody except for Ariana Grande's and Justin Bieber's hardcore loyal fan base, they're the only people that like you. They're the only people that like you. Real quick, though, before I continue dragging him by his eyelashes, I'm going to put on some Grace and Stella All Day Spray. It is a rose spray, hydrating. Love it. So people were wondering and asking Taylor Swift, what is happening behind the scenes? Are we getting new recordings of your music? Did you get your masters? What is happening? What's the tea? Tell us. And she so gracefully did so. And I am going to read off, it's quite a bit, mind you, but I'm going to read off her entire reply. And then I'm going to continue to drag Scooter and Ariana and Justin, because the fact that those two are being so complicit over all this is absolutely disgusting.
I wanted to check in and update you guys. As you know, for the past year, I've been actively trying to regain ownership of my master recordings. With that goal in mind, my team attempted to enter into negotiations with Scooter Braun. Scooter's team wanted me to sign an ironclad NDA stating I would never say another word about Scooter Braun unless it was positive, before we could even look at the financial records of BMLG, which is always the first step in the purchase of this nature. So, I would have to sign a document that would silence me forever before I could even have the chance to bid on my own work. My legal team said that this is absolutely not normal, and they've never seen an NDA like this presented unless it was to silence an assault accuser by paying them off. He would never even quote my team a price. These master recordings were not for sale to me. A few weeks ago, my team received a letter from a private equity company called Shamrock Holdings, letting us know that they had bought 100% of my music videos and album art from Scooter Braun. This was the second time my music had been sold without my knowledge. The letter told me that they wanted to reach out before the sale to let me know, but that Scooter Braun had required that they make no contact with me or my team, or the deal would be off. As soon as we started communication with Shamrock, I learned that under their terms, Scooter Braun will continue to profit off my old musical catalog for many years. I was hopeful and open to the possibilities of a partnership with Shamrock, but Scooter's participation is a non-starter for me. I have recently begun re-recording my older music, and it has already proven to be both exciting and creatively fulfilling. I have plenty of surprises in store. I want to thank you guys for supporting me through this ongoing saga, and I can't wait for you to hear what I've been dreaming up. I love you guys, and I'm gonna keep cruising, as they say, Taylor.
I don't even know where to begin with this. This is just so much information thrown at us all at once, which, thank you, Taylor Swift, for doing so. It is good to know what is happening, especially with your recordings. I hope they go well. But the fact that Scooter Braun was not allowing her to even remotely make a bet, like a bid or whatever you want to call it. She wasn't even allowed to bid on her own masters. Don't even come in my comment section and start bitching about, oh, she signed her contract way back when, like when she started first making music, and she knew what she was getting herself into. She had to almost silence herself in order to even remotely make a bid. To make a bid, not even allowed to purchase her masters or have some sort of yes, we're gonna set on this and you can buy it, whatever. No, she was not allowed anything other than to silence herself and make a bid. What does that have to do with contracts? What does that have to do with what she signed when she was 18, 19 years old? Absolutely fuck all. Absolutely nothing. It's him being misogynistic and not allowing her to do anything. He is just so money hungry. And the fact that she came out and saying that it was sold within the last couple of weeks to a month, makes sense on why Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber both all of a sudden have payola out the wazoo again. Because he made $300 million. He made $300 million. And Taylor Swift wasn't even allowed. She wasn't even allowed to see anything. She wasn't allowed. She wasn't notified. She wasn't nothing. I don't care what contract she signed. There needs to be limits. There needs to be limits set in place by the music industry. But they won't do that because they are making far too much capital. They are making so much money, it's sickening. And not in a good way. And the fact that he tried to silence Taylor Swift just makes me think he has silenced Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, any other woman that he's working with. He's probably made them sign some contracts that are not in their best interest. That just tells you what kind of man he is. And I will just say he's not a good man. He is not a good one. I don't care what kind of family man he is. The fact that he's doing this to all sorts of women in the music industry just flat out says his character. Money. Money, money, money. Just going to continue the skincare with some Vichy 89 Mineral Daily Booster. I actually really like this stuff. I'll probably end up purchasing the whole damn bottle. But so for me, it makes sense on why Ariana Grande is not speaking out on this horrible crap. But at the same time, honey, break your contract. Break your contract. What's he gonna do? Take on both Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande? No. Like, those are two of the biggest pop stars in the world right now. Hands down. There's no way he would be able to, like, pull himself out of that unless the courts are just so in his pocket, or he's so in the court's pockets, whatever, that he could get away with it. Which, honestly, wouldn't surprise me either, because he is as you can tell with what he's doing to Taylor Swift, I can only imagine what he's doing to the artists he's working with, to the artists that he is with 24/7. There is not a doubt in my mind that he has manipulated and sucked them for every single penny they are worth. And what's crazy is, like, as soon as all this comes out, because for the past month or two, Ariana and Justin have both been pushing music hard. And I mean, like, collabs, this, that, the other, promo, and just constant presence everywhere. And I'm sitting here thinking, this entire time, I'm like, like, how are they both just simultaneously being pushed so heavily at the same time? They're both under Scooter Braun's wing, by the way, for those of you who have not picked that up already. He is literally using the money he made from Taylor Swift's album deals, her masters, the music he pretty much stole from Taylor Swift and then sold it to somebody else for $300 million. It makes sense. It all makes sense. He got that money, used probably a pretty fair chunk of it, and threw it right into promoting Justin and Ariana Grande's albums. And that's probably why they aren't allowed to say anything. And the only time Justin Bieber has ever said anything against Taylor Swift was he was just being nasty. He was being nasty. He was not in defense of her. He was supporting Scooter Braun. Demi Lovato has come out in support of Scooter Braun, saying Taylor Swift is on some shit. No. You are obviously Demi Lovato, and she just needs to get a job. She needs to get a job and just get it everybody's faces, because I'm just so sick of her. I am sick of her. Oh, this was a lot more ranty than I thought it would be. This area of the music industry for me is a very touchy subject, because payola is such a big issue in today's music industry, especially for radio. I know, every star usually gets some sort of a radio deal, or some sort of like an actual like banners on Spotify and such. But there's a difference between that for a few days compared to, oh, Ariana Grande's #1 because her radio spins are absolutely off the handle. Why? Because you pay for radio spins. That's just how it is. And the reason why we know that is because back in 2013, a radio station actually came out and said that, mind you, they got in massive shit. I don't even think they exist anymore. They straight up sat there and said that they got paid for playing Katy Perry's music over Lady Gaga's. Payola. That is payola. Not, oh, you know, your song's played for a little while to get some tension and some longevity. You know, that's different. But when you're like a month in and you're still promoting that radio single, girl, that is some massive radio payola, and it ain't cheap. It is not cheap. So quickly, I'm going to throw on some Reversa Anti-Spot Lightning Cream UV Protection 4% glycolic acid with botanical rumex extract. I like this stuff a lot. It's not too harsh on the face or anything like that, because, you know, some glycolic acids are just absolutely atrocious. But no, I actually really enjoy this stuff quite a bit, actually. Oh boy. Taylor Swift, I am praying that you are able to just flourish. Flourish, please, because you deserve it. Any artist that is actually currently battling with this needs to say something. Because the more people don't, like, the more these artists are just complacent with the way record labels are and the way certain managers are, this whole issue is only going to get worse in the coming years. It is only going to get worse, and that is not what the music industry needs. The music industry is already, like, without payola and that whole cutthroat aspect is already a horrible place for anybody. Anybody. So, with that, anyway, I'm just ranting. I'm ranting. Another day, another rant. That's pretty much what this video is. I'm going to throw on some sunscreen to finish off this, and then I'm going to throw on the look of the day for y'all. So, with all this being actually said, Ariana and Justin stay out of Taylor's business, and same with Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun, leave Taylor Swift alone challenge. Like, seriously, leave her the fuck alone. Like, it's obsessively creepy at this point. So, like, it would not surprise me if Scooter Braun is literally terrified of Taylor Swift's power, and he's just trying to cut it down somewhat so Ariana can get a damn leg up on her, which is just so bizarre sounding, but that's literally how aggressive the music industry is. Like, it's just how aggressive it is, y'all. I'm gonna quickly show you guys the outfit of the day after rubbing the rest of this to my face.
In a room. Maybe there is right now. And 99 don't believe in you. But all you need is just for one person to believe. There can be 100 people, 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 100, or 1,000, 9,000, or 999. There can be 100 people in the room, and 99 don't believe in you. There can be 100 people in the room.
Alrighty, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the outfit of the day. If you guys enjoyed today's content, please like, share with your friends and family, comment to me any type of opinion you have on Mustin Bieber, Areola Granola Payola, and Scooter Moped. I wish she would just get a restraining order on you and send you to jail or something. Like, you just need to leave her alone. You're obsessed and it's showing, sis. Your obsession is showing. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you beautiful faces in my next video. Bye!
I think it was good.
I'm done. No, show's over. Show's over.